Had the opportunity to be on the stage, and that gave me a way to express what I like to do, and it was a great outlet.
Did you know that some of your favorite child stars disappeared from Hollywood? Their lives took unexpected turns, and you won't believe what they're doing now. Let's reveal what happened to these former icons. 30. Hayley Mills. From Disney darling to FBI profiler.
I'd say 25 years. It was on the mantelpiece in my drawing room, and I was always very proud of it. And if I still had it, I would be prouder today than I ever.
Who would imagine the sweet girl from Pollyanna would one day be chasing down serial killers? As the star of the classic Disney films like Pollyanna, The Parent Trap, and That Darn Cat, Hayley Mills became a 1960s teen sensation. Countless young girls admired her as one of Disney's first major stars. Her charm has spanned generations. Mills appeared in a variety of successful films, such as In Search of the Castaways, Summer Magic, and That Darn Cat. Walt Disney himself once called her the greatest movie find in 25 years. Though she still acts occasionally, her most recent role was in 2019 British drama Pitching In. Now, she's taken on her most surprising and high-profile role in years in the thriller Trap. This movie couldn't be more different from the wholesome Disney films that made her famous. In Trap, a tense thriller starring 90s and 2000s heartthrob Josh Hartnett as the serial killer on the run, Mills plays Dr. Joseph E. Grant, a brilliant FBI profiler determined to catch him. Fans have had fun with the irony that a star of The Parent Trap is now in a film called Trap, where her character literally traps a parent. 29. Kim Richards, Disney star turned Real Housewife scandal magnet. Kim Richards, once a Disney darling, transitioned to fame on The Real Housewives, but her journey has taken a dark turn. Kim Richards' acting career began with her role as Prudence Everett in the 70s series Nanny and the Professor. She quickly became a fixture in Disney films like Escape to Witch Mountain and No Deposit. Richards also guest starred in numerous TV series during the late 70s and early 80s. However, she perhaps is best known as a longtime cast member of The Real Housewives on Beverly Hills, where she appeared for 5 seasons starting in 2010. Richards' previous struggles made headlines when on April 15, 2015, she was arrested for trespassing, public intoxication, resisting arrest, and battery on a police officer at the Beverly Hills Hotel. She spent the night in jail and was released the next morning on a $20,000 bond, about $26,000 in 2023 when adjusted for inflation. Then, on August 2nd of 2015, Richards was arrested again for allegedly shoplifting at a Target store in San Fernando Valley. She was booked and released the next day after posting $5,000 bail, about $6,000 in 2023. Kim Richards' ongoing battles with substance abuse have been a source for concern for her family, particularly after a public dispute with her sister, Kyle Richards, amidst Kim's relapse and alcohol addiction. 28. Erin Murphy. From Bewitched star to autism advocate. Remember Tabitha from Bewitched? Erin Murphy has come a long way since her days as America's darling, and her life today is far from what you might expect. Murphy played Tabitha Stevens on Bewitched from 1966 to 1972, capturing the hearts of audiences. She also appeared in Lassie in 1973 and Deadly Fighters in 1979. Since then, she has had a varied career, making occasional appearances on game shows and stepping into roles like acting teacher, producer, casting director, makeup artist, and motivational speaker. As a mother of 6, one of whom has autism, she has become an advocate for the autism community. Murphy's television appearances include Hulk Hogan Celebrity Championship Wrestling, Drag You, and I Know My Kid's a Star. 27. Danny Bonaduce. From the Partridge Family to real-life drama. Danny Partridge from the Partridge Family might have been a lovable character, but Danny Bonaduce's real life is full of drama that rivals his fictional role. Bonaduce, known as Danny Partridge, rose to fame through the show The Partridge Family. While he had several other TV roles and appearances, it was hosting that truly suited him. By 2011, Bonaduce was hosting a morning radio show in Seattle, but did you know he also boxed and wrestled professionally in the 2000s? In 1990, he was arrested for attempting to buy cocaine in Daytona Beach, Florida. Ironically, he was there to host a DARE event. Bonaduce's troubles didn't stop there. In 1991, he was arrested again for an assault on a transgender worker. Bonaduce revealed in June of 2023 that he'd be undergoing surgery for hydrocephalus after facing difficulty walking. In December of 2023, he announced his retirement from Seattle radio and his plans to relocate to Palm Springs, California. 26. Susan Olsen, from Cindy Brady to graphics designer. Susan Olsen, known for playing Cindy Brady on The Brady Bunch, has surprised many with her career shift from acting to graphics design. At just 8 years old, Olsen was cast as Cindy Brady, the youngest Brady sibling, a role that became iconic and led to several spin-offs and films. After The Brady Bunch, Olsen's acting career didn't expand much, though she made a few TV appearances. Instead, she hosted a radio show and pursued graphics design. Her acting role in the 90s include The Bradys, Pacific Blue, and The Young and the Restless. Olsen returned to acting in Blended Christmas in 2021. 25. Ron Howard, from Richie Cunningham to Oscar-winning director. Ron Howard's evolution from the lovable Richie Cunningham on Happy Days to an Oscar-winning director is one of Hollywood's most remarkable transformations. Starting out as Ronnie, Howard appeared in The Music Man and several TV shows like Dennis the Menace before leading his lead role in Happy Days in 1974. Before leaving the show, he began directing, with his debut film Grand Theft Auto released in 1977. Howard's directing career has since flourished, earning him an Academy Award for A Beautiful Mind in 2002. He also directed blockbusters like Apollo 13, Cinderella Man, and The Da Vinci Code. His latest project, Hillbilly Elegy, is set to release on November 24th. 24. Angela Cartwright, from Lost in Space to artistic success. Angela Cartwright, known for his role in Lost in Space, has turned her attention to the arts, where she has made a name for herself. Cartwright's first major role was as Brigitte Von Trapp in The Sound of Music in 1965. She had earlier starred in The Danny Thomas Show as Linda Williams. After Lost in Space, Cartwright focused on becoming an artist, photographer, and designer, though she occasionally makes cameo appearances. She reprised her role for the 1998 Lost in Space movie and again in 2018's Netflix remake. 23. John Provost, Timmy from Lassie in real life.
Our first rescue, I've always had dogs, but I've always raised them from puppies and, purebreds. And the last time we lost our dog, my wife and I said, there's so many dogs out there that need to be rescued. And so we rescued a little senior guy.
John Provost, who brought the character of Timmy to life on Lassie, went on to work in special education after leaving acting. Provost began acting at the age of 4, appearing in films like The Country Girl and The Escapade in Japan, before landing the iconic role of Timmy and Lassie in 1957. After his Lassie years, Provost transitioned to studying at Sonoma State University and later worked in special education. He still makes occasional TV and film appearances, such as in the new Lassie from 1989 to 1992 and the 2013 film Susie's Hope. 22. Jodie Foster, from child prodigy to Oscar winner. Jodie Foster's rise to fame began at a young age, but she has since achieved even greater success as an adult, winning multiple Oscars. Foster's career began with a Copperstone ad when she was just 3 years old, and by the age of 14, she had earned an Oscar nomination for her performance in Taxi Driver, a role that catapulted her into stardom. She seamlessly transitioned to adult roles, winning 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress and branching into directing, including an Emmy nomination for Orange is the New Black. In 2021, Foster won a Golden Globe for her role in The Mauritanian and made a groundbreaking statement during her 2013 Golden Globe speech, publicly coming out as a lesbian. 21. Valerie Bertinelli, sitcom star turned celebrity chef. From sitcom fame to cooking shows, Valerie Bertinelli's journey is full of twists. Bertinelli's career began when she was just 15, landing the role of Barbara Cooper on One Day at a Time, a role she kept for 9 years. She also starred in Touched by an Angel in 2001. Later, she joined the cast of Hot in Cleveland for 6 seasons. In 2015, she transitioned to hosting multiple cooking shows on the Food Network. Bertinelli even released a memoir in 2022. 20. Mark Kopach, from groundbreaking TV role to working in restaurants. Mark Kopach made history with Julia, but his career took an unexpected turn. In Julia, Kopach starred alongside Diahann Carroll in the first TV show featuring a black woman in a non-stereotypical role. His most recent role was in The Meg in 2018, and before that he appeared in The Kid in 2000 and Cop Rock in 1990. After struggling to land acting roles, Kopach found himself working as a waiter. In 2019, he wrote about working with Carroll and her death. 19. Ricky Schroder, from Golden Globe glory to controversy. Ricky Schroder's career started with a Golden Globe, but now includes controversy. Schroder became the youngest Golden Globe winner at age 9 for The Champ. He later starred in Silver Spoons and took on more mature roles in NYPD Blue, Scrubs, and 24. In 2019, he was arrested twice on suspicion of domestic violence, but no charges were filed. In 2021, Shorter sparked backlash after a confrontation with a Costco employee over the COVID-19 mask mandate, later apologizing in a second video. 18. Butch Patrick. From Eddie Munster to cancer survivor. Butch Patrick's life has been full of ups and downs, even more so than his role as Eddie Munster. Patrick, best known for his portrayal of Eddie Munster in The Munsters, took breaks from acting before returning in 1991. He recently appeared in He Drives at Night and I Am John 5. Patrick is a cancer survivor, recovering after battling addiction for 40 years. Now sober for 10 years, he also supports people with addiction issues. 17. Melissa Gilbert. From Little House star to political activist. Laura Ingalls Wilder grew up, and so did Melissa Gilbert, into politics. Gilbert's most famous role was as Laura Ingalls Wilder on Little House on the Prairie for 9 seasons, earning nominations for her acting. After acting, she served as the president of the Screen Actors Guild. In 2016, she entered politics and became active in 2023 with a new lifestyle brand, Modern Prairie, aimed at older women. 16. Linda Blair. From The Exorcist to animal activist. The demon-possessed Reagan is forever remembered, but Linda Blair is now known for her love of animals. Blair's most famous role was as Reagan in The Exorcist, though she appeared in more films as a teenager. As her acting career evolved, she focused on women in person and exploitation films in the late 70s. These days, Blair is an active animal rights advocate, running a nonprofit organization that rescues neglected animals. 15. Kurt Russell. From Disney star to Hollywood action hero.
It was a series of things. I did a movie called Backdraft that there was a royal premiere of in London, and sat between Lady Di and Prince Charles, which was an interesting experience at the time.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell's transformation from teen Disney actor to iconic action star is legendary. He first rose to fame with The Travels of Jamie McPeters and continued to appear in several movies and TV shows. His iconic roles include Escape from New York, The Hateful Eight, and Silkwood. He appeared in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Russell has been in a long-term relationship with Goldie Hawn since 1983. 14. Quinn Cummings, Academy nominee to inventor. Quinn Cummings went from child star to inventing a life-changing product. Best known for her role as Lucy in The Goodbye Girl, Cummings earned an Academy Award nomination at a young age. After acting in several commercials and shows, she left Hollywood and shifted to writing, publishing books, and starting a podcast. Cummings also invented a sling for pregnant women to carry their babies. 13. Johnny Crawford. From rifleman to jazz musician. Johnny Crawford went from TV's Rifleman to making music. Crawford starred as Mark McCain in The Rifleman and later became a musketeer. He turned his attention to music, releasing albums and founding the Johnny Crawford Orchestra in 1992. Crawford also acted in a few movies, such as The 13th Floor. 12. Brooke Shields. From Blue Lagoon to Hollywood powerhouse. Brooke Shields has maintained her place in the spotlight from childhood to adulthood. Shields started her modeling career at just 11 months and made her acting debut in Pretty Baby at age 12. She starred in iconic films like Blue Lagoon and Endless Love in the 80s. Shields continues to act, and in 2024, she became the president of the Actors Equity Association. 11. Keith Thibodeau. Little Ricky to ballet director. Keith Thibodeau's journey from I Love Lucy to ballet director is surprising. Thibodeau starred as Little Ricky in I Love Lucy at just 5 years old. He later joined the rock band David and the Giants, touring and releasing 9 albums. Today, Thibodeau works as the executive director of Ballet Magnificat, his wife's dance company. 10. Mary Badham. From To Kill a Mockingbird to art restorer. Mary Badham went from being Scout Finch to restoring art. Badham, known for playing Scout Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, earned an Academy Award nomination at just 9 years old. She retired from acting at the age of 14, but now works as an art restorer. Though she briefly returned to acting in 2005 and 2019, Badham has mostly left Hollywood behind. 9. Maureen McCormick. Marcia Brady's real-life struggles. Marcia Brady may have been America's sweetheart, but Maureen McCormick's real life has been far from perfect. Maureen McCormick played Marcia Brady, the oldest daughter in the Brady Bunch. Before landing her famous role, McCormick appeared in small parts on the show, like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. McCormick has openly talked about her battles with substance abuse and mental health. She's still active in acting. In recent years, she appeared in films like Rock, Paper, Scissors and Accidentally Engaged, and in TV shows like The Loud House and Nightmare Next Door. McCormick also participated in reality TV shows like Dancing with the Stars and Celebrity Fit Club. In 2009, she released her memoir, Here's the Story, Surviving Marcia Brady and Finding My True Voice, where she shared her struggles with depression, bulimia, and drug use. 8. Lauren Chapin, From Father Knows Best to Evangelism. Kitty, from Father Knows Best, grew up in the spotlight, but her life took a surprising spiritual turn. If you're familiar with Father Knows Best, you'll remember Lauren Chapin as Kitty. Chapin won 5 Junior Emmys for Best Child Actress for this role, appearing in nearly every episode of the 203 episodes. Chapin had a few roles in films from the 50s to the 80s. After acting, she worked for a brokerage firm and even started 2 beauty pageant businesses. She later wrote an autobiography and now lives in Florida, focusing on her passion for evangelism. 7. Peter Ostrom, Charlie Bucket turned veterinarian.
My earliest experience on stage as an actor was at the Cleveland Playhouse. And I was exposed to theater probably when I was 10, 11 years old.
Remember Charlie from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Well, Peter Ostrom swapped his golden ticket for a vet's coat. Ostrom was acting in his local theater when he was offered the role of Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which turned out to be his only film role, one he kept hidden for years. After filming, Ostrom developed a love for horses, leading him to pursue veterinary medicine. He attended Cornell University and has been a practicing veterinarian ever since. 6. Tatum O'Neal, from Oscar winner to personal struggles. Tatum O'Neal, the youngest Oscar winner, faced many struggles in adulthood. Her story is one of resilience and overcoming challenges. At the age of 10, O'Neal won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her debut film Paper Moon, co-starring her father Ryan. She remains the youngest person to ever win a competitive Oscar and has also received a Golden Globe for Most Promising Female Newcomer. Afterwards, she appeared in The Bad News Bears, International Velvet, and Little Darlings. In May of 2020, O'Neal suffered a massive stroke due to a prescription drug overdose. Discovered unconscious by a friend, she spent a month and a half in a coma, and when she woke, she couldn't speak and had to relearn everything. 5. Jerry Mathers, from Beaver Cleaver to financial advisor. Beaver, from Leave It to Beaver, made a surprising career change. Jerry Mathers' life after Hollywood is an unexpected tale. Mathers starred as the iconic Beaver Cleaver from 1957 to 1963, later reprising his role in the new Leave It to Beaver from 1983 to 1989. He took a break from acting to join the Air Force and study at the University of California, Berkeley, before returning to showbiz. Mathers most recently appeared in a short film, Lucky Day, in 2015. 4. Jay North, from Dennis the Menace to correctional officer. The mischievous Dennis grew up to become a law enforcer. Jay North's path from acting to corrections is one for the history books. Jay North played the iconic Dennis the Menace from 1959 to 1963. He also starred in Dennis the Menace movie and the TV adaptation of Maya. After leaving Hollywood, North became an advocate for child stars and later worked as a correctional officer. In 1993, North revealed his struggles with his role in Dennis the Menace and his tough childhood in an interview. After receiving help from a fellow former child star, Paul Peterson, North joined Peterson's nonprofit A Minor Consideration, which aims to protect the well-being of child actors. He used his experiences to help others and works as a correctional officer in Florida for 20 years by 2017. 3. Kristy McNichol, from family to teacher and advocate. Emmy-winning Family star Kristy McNichol left for advocacy. Her journey is one of self-discovery and bravery. Kristy McNichol was a teen icon in the 70s, known for roles in Apple's Way and Family, which earned her an Emmy nomination. Her film career began in 1977 with Little Darlings and Only When I Laugh. In 1982, McNichol had an emotional breakdown during the filming of Just the Way You Are in France. She later revealed that the breakdown was caused by the pressures of her childhood career and the need to hide her sexuality. McNichol retired from acting in 2001, but now teaches aspiring actors at a private school. In 2012, McNichol came out as a lesbian, revealing her long-term relationship with partner Marty Allen. She hoped her openness would encourage young people facing bullying due to their sexual orientation. McNichol had no plans to return to acting. 2. Lisa Loring, from Wednesday Addams to public relations.
This is the latest. It's called The Drew! Come on, now you try it.
Wednesday Addams was Lisa Loring's breakout role, but her life took a surprising turn towards public relations. Let's find out why. Lisa Loring is best known for playing Wednesday Addams on The Addams Family at the age of 6. She went on to appear in The Pruitts of Southampton, As the World Turns, and a few films. She also worked as a makeup artist and writer for a while. Since 2002, she worked in public relations for a hotel chain. 1. Margaret O'Brien, Golden Age child star who stayed in the spotlight. Margaret O'Brien is one of the most beloved stars of Hollywood's golden age and is still acting today. O'Brien became famous at the age of 5 in Journey for Margaret. She was known for her ability to cry on command, and she starred in films like The Canterville Ghost, The Secret Garden, and Little Women. Her most memorable role was as the Tootie in Meet Me in St. Louis, for which she won a special juvenile Oscar in 1945. As an adult, O'Brien continued to act on TV and frequently speaks about her experience as a child star. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed discovering these vanished child stars, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating Hollywood stories, and check out my other videos for even more untold stories and shocking transformations. And I'll see you next time.